So I grew up in a Christian home and went to church fairly regularly, and I guess you would say I was a believer. But then through my late teenage years, I turned my back on the church, turned my back on God, and travelled my own path, I suppose, and wanted to make friends and be cool and do the things that 20-year-olds do, have girlfriends and stuff like that. And through my 20s, that really just led to a dark place, to a lonely place, to a lost place, really, until eventually in my late 20s, I was at the lowest of lows, really. And when I was at the lowest of lows, the only place I could cry out, I cried out to God, and in my crying, God met with me, and he met with me in an incredibly wonderful, real way. And I suppose the difference, although I'd say I was a believer as a teenager, it moved from a head belief to a heart belief, to God really revealing himself as a saviour, as I knew I needed a saviour because I was in a mess, in a dark place, in a lost place. But God met with me when I was 32 in an incredibly real way. He turned my life around. He gave me light and hope and love and joy. And I realised really most of my life I'd lived for myself and what I wanted when I wanted it. And that had got me nowhere. But when I was 32, I really made a commitment to a realisation, a revelation that Jesus is the Son of God, and I made the decision to follow him, to love him, to worship him, to meet with his people and read his word, the Bible. And since then, I've just had a life that I would have never dreamed of. God's brought so many good things into my life. First and foremost, I have a most lovely, lovely wife. I have 3 incredible children. I have an incredible group of friends from the church and outside of the church, at work and in Market Harbour, the community, in the place where we live. And Jesus said, I've come that they might have life. Jesus didn't come to give us religion or church meetings. He came to give us life, and life involves food and drink and playing and camping and cycling and all these things. And I have such an incredible life full of different stuff going on that's exciting. There's challenges, there's difficult stuff, there's confusing stuff, there's, boring stuff as well. But in it, I know that when I made this commitment to follow Jesus, Jesus filled me with his spirit, with light, with truth, with love. And there's nothing better. I've looked in a lot of different places in my journey through my 20s for belonging, really, for peace, for joy, for something, for a buzz, for whatever the world's looking for, whether it's in wherever it is. But I just know that what I found in God, in Jesus, and in this new life in following him is far beyond anything the world's got to offer, that I found anyway. Well, I'm not looking anymore.